Let's go after the drug lords where they live, with an international strike force. There must be no safe haven for these narco-terrorists, and they must know it.
If you look at our numbers, the drugs coming in through sea are down 91%. I'm surprised there's 9%. You want to? I don't know who's doing the 9%, but it's down 91, and we're going to start very soon on land, and I'm sure you're thrilled to hear that.
Okay, did you hear that? First, that was then Senator Joe Biden in 1989 saying that then President George H.W. Bush's administration must do much more to crack down and stop narco-terrorism and drugs ruining America. Biden even called them narco-terrorists, just as the Trump team is now doing. And the Trump team is doing what Biden wanted to do. Look who's here, Republican California gubernatorial candidate Steve Hilton. You know, Steve, it's great to see you. What do you make of this? Trump is doing what Democrats have been demanding, but now they're attacking Trump for doing what they wanted. Can you figure this one out?
I'm afraid it's those three letters that have driven so much of the Democrat insanity for 10 years now. TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. Whatever he's for, they have to be against. And so they put themselves in these insane positions that are just totally baffling to every normal person. So you've got a president who is going after international criminal gangs, multinational corporations, effectively, who are poisoning and killing up to 100,000 Americans a year. And the Democrats are now taking the side of the narco-terrorists. Why? Because it means they can be against Trump. It is so embarrassing that they put themselves in this situation. They've been doing it all year. Look at how they've put themselves on the side of the wife beater, that guy that the Trump administration wanted to deport, biological men and women's sports, on and on. These insane positions that are so out of touch with normal Americans.
Yeah.
But that's what you get with TDS.
Yeah, you know, we found more than 500,000 people have died from drugs since 2021 under the Biden White House. That's the size of Columbus, Ohio. More than 105,000 died from cocaine overdoses as cocaine pours in from Venezuela via Colombia. Let's get your reaction. Watch The View's Ana Navarro downplay that. Watch this.
If your argument that drugs are not coming from Colombia or Venezuela to America.
Oh, I am going to argue that no fentanyl is coming from Venezuela.
Talk to the DEA.
No, you are wrong, and you are lying to the American people. You are part of the fabricating a narrative that doesn't exist.
Hold on a second. Well, your day job is The View, so let's talk about fabricating.
And you have no day job. You just lost yours.
What do you make of that?
It's just so embarrassing, isn't it? Because all they've got are these pathetic talking points that have no basis in reality. And all they show is that they don't actually care about regular working people and families in America who have been victimized by these far-left policies for so long, and by the attitude of being completely soft on these threats to our country, right across the board. And now, whether that's the open border in terms of smuggling and cartels and criminals, or the open border in terms of drugs, all these things that have been hurting Americans for so long. And you have an administration that's dealing with it to protect America and Americans. And these people just behave in this infantile way, thinking they're just arguing at some student event. It's embarrassing to everyone. But the truth is, American real people can just see through it all.
We had Admiral Frank Bradley testifying today about saying there was no kill-them-all order from Pentagon Chief Hegseth in the September 2nd strike, that airstrike that killed 2 survivors on a drug boat. A lot of controversy about that. You know, the ABC News is reporting the strike was valid, that these are valid targets because they were reportedly trying to salvage some of the drugs. Senator Rand Paul and Democrats are slamming what happened, but watch Senator Tom Cotton on this. Listen to this.
The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike on September 2nd were entirely lawful and needful. I saw 2 survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs bound for the United States back over so they could stay in the fight. And potentially, given all the context we heard, of other narco-terrorist boats in the area coming to their aid to recover their cargo and recover those narco-terrorists.
Do you hear that? Other narco-terrorists trying to help them.
Exactly.
And they were trying to salvage the drugs to sell it into the U.S. Final word on this. What do you think?
Well, exactly right. The mission is to stop the drugs coming into our country, and that mission is being achieved by the administration and our fantastic military. And by the way, how can we take seriously these Democrats on any of this stuff? There was not a peep from them all those years when President Obama was issuing those drone strikes, you know, taking out people all across the world without any kind of congressional input, approval, or anything else, with far less obvious beneficial results to the country than what we're seeing now. So I don't think we can take the Democrats seriously on this at all.
Yes, Steve,
we need to protect our country, and that's what the administration's doing.
You make a good point. I mean, I think Obama's drone strikes took out 3,500 people or so, killing anywhere from 343 to 800 innocent civilians. And each of those are a war crime. Steve Hilton, thank you so much.